So I'm very pleased to be here with Pete Jennings, author, lecturer, musician, folklorist, historian, actor, broadcaster, reenactor, storyteller, and pagan activist. Pete, it's lovely to have you here on My Magical Thing. Good to see
Lovely to see you too, Julian. We go back a long time.
you. It's a while, isn't it? It's a while. So, Pete, please may we see your magical thing?
Well, I'm going to keep you in suspense just one moment. Having purely read stuff for about 20 years, in the late 1980s, when I was in my mid 40s, became active in paganism. And joining any new thing, I bought all the gear, the atomy, the cauldron, the crystal, whatever we could influence at the time. And when I organised rituals with people, everybody had to carry something from the car. It was, and then pretty soon became an odinist, which basically all I needed was a Thor's hammer, some runes, and a drinking horn. And that started a lifetime of research and practice. Obviously, since then it's been renamed Ace of True, and nowadays heathenism. But so nowadays I only really use magical gear, equipment, whatever, for larger rituals as a focus for people that they can see what's happening.
Mhm.
When I practice by myself, I don't use anything at all. I don't need it, except for one ritual tool, my special one, which I'm now going to reveal to you.
Ooh.
My index finger, and
God.
possibly my brain to go with it. But you know, it's cheap. It's always with me. It's hidden in plain sight, which I like. It's easy to carry on the end of the arm. Um, Although it's nowadays it's a bit arthritic. I'm 70 now, um, so as a ritual tool, use it like a wand, I suppose. Um, I can point it to direct and send magic, whether that's negative or positive. Um, I guess the thing is not to tell me to get my finger out, but it does all sorts of things. People know me through my books. I've done probably about over 2 dozen books now. And what surprises people is I'm a one finger typist. It's all one. I wish I'd learned to type when I was young, but I don't. And so, writing books is a form of magic, as far as I'm concerned. Not for everybody, depending on how bored they are with them, I suppose. But so that's a sort of specialist creative magic. On a practical, I can prick it, which tells me whether my blood sugar is wrong because I'm a diabetic. It is also if I need red blood to a spell or something in rare cases. And it's interesting because pointing a finger is seen as quite rude in many cultures, isn't it? And it's also said, I come across this thing once that they said, if you point at somebody, you're with one finger, you're also pointing three fingers back at yourself,
Mhm.
which I think is an interesting little observation. I don't believe in the law of threefold return and all that because I'm not of that ilk. But 3 and 9 are very significant numbers within Norse mythology. Um, but and I suppose I do believe all magic has a price. And so maybe those three fingers remind me that keeping a good reputation, which is very important within Norse and Anglo-Saxon belief, you live on by your reputation.
Mhm.
Gravestones get lost and so on, but people, oh, him, he used to do, followed by a lot of odd tales. And my finger together with the rest of my hands, I mean, I can use it to beckon, like the old crone, come here, my dear. Um, or I can stop things with my palm. And I find within rituals, particularly with using rituals when people can't hear you properly, or, if it sounds really rude at the beginning of a ritual or something, like, shut up, you bloody not, and I, you know, this is far more effective. And in fact, some groups, they all do this until they're all quiet, which getting a load of pagans quiet, as you probably know, Julian, is quite difficult. It's about as difficult as getting them to be of one opinion, I suggest. Two fingers to the eyes. I'm watching you. You know, these sort of things. And I'll do that if I'm trying to overlook somebody as well. Yeah, I'm watching you. You don't piss me off, you know, because people know not to piss the Jennings off. I suppose the ultimate is you know, use that one for Putin a little while ago. Nasty man, don't like it. So I can even wear rings generally. Unfortunately, because I have bad arthritis, my knuckles swell. So all the rings that people used to see me having on every finger, most of them don't fit now, apart from when the arthritis is down. But in the past, you know, having a particular ring on that finger helps my focus with, because I've got different rings that I do different things with. So they act as a sort of focus and reminder. And if all else fails, I can make rude signs out.
So your magical thing is that index finger. Can we have a look at it one more time? Maybe a little bit closer. I mean, it's a powerful magical object that will have done many, many spells and many incantations, I'm sure, over the many years that you've been involved in paganism. Pete Jennings, thank you very, very much for showing us your magical thing. It's really appreciated, my friend.
Thanks very much, Julian. It's provided me with a bit of amusement in my otherwise dull and mundane life.
Oh, my dear friend. Thanks very much, Pete. I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Julian. Bye.